Hey guys. Um, Sorry about the poor light. I have a towel over my window over here because it's been so hot that I've needed to turn the air on sometimes in the morning, and I can't do that if the sun is beating through the window. So I have it as like a sunshade. Um, so today I had a pretty tough counseling session with Dr. F, but I needed it. So I needed the talking to that she gave me, and I need to work on some things in myself. And a big one is my passive aggressiveness. Because when I'm not allowed to express myself outwardly, I will do it in kind of a passive aggressive way. Like if I'm upset with you, but you're not letting me express that I'm upset and shutting me down when I try to talk to you about it, I might start making sarcastic comments, or I'll walk away going, oh my God, you're such a jerk and I hate you. And, those kind of things, yes, you're walking away, you hear him say it, and it's like, what'd you say? And it's just. And another thing is that she said that it was a good thing that I am recognizing some of my own behaviors that I've learned from my dad, and I have to work on unlearning them. And being aware of them is a start to that. So because I noticed that I'll say things to him that are kind of mean things that he said to me. And something I also expressed during the appointment is that I'm sick of always being the one told, you have to change, Cindy, you have to change, when that's all I've heard my whole life. Just once I would like someone else to maybe change their behavior for me. But in my case, the chance of that is very unlikely. Like when I say that, I mean like in a major way, like taking sensory issues into account, or taking the way I might misunderstand information into account and stuff like that. It used to be that if I didn't get it right, it was my fault. And now I know that it could be a sensory issue, it could be that there's executive function issues, it could just be a cognitive issue. But whatever it was my fault no matter what happened or why. And I've grown up being blamed for things that I had no control over, as if they were my fault and that I did them on purpose. And sometimes I treat my dad that way. And do you notice how my voice drops because I'm just disgusted with myself? Luckily it's never been something majorly bad, but still, the fact that this behavior happens from me is not a good thing. Because I don't want to continue a cycle of emotional abuse. So, I guess it's homework, I could say, is that I just need to be aware of my emotional state. And instead of being passive aggressive, I should try just asking, like, hey Dad, can I tell you what I really feel right now? Because, with me, emotions, part of being autistic is that emotions are very intense and overpowering. So it's like some person, they could be absolutely seething and you would never know by looking at them. But with me, people can tell. They can see a reaction, and even if I pull it back, they jump on the reaction as if I had personally insulted them or something, and my dad especially. And there's also the issue of my face and my voice not always matching how I feel, and people take off on my tone instead of the words I'm saying, and then it just leads to a fight, and it's like two different languages are being spoken and they're both wrong. And like, it's so confusing. But I'm just tired of feeling like no matter how I feel or what I say, that I'm always the one that's going to be called wrong and told to stop and to change and to bury it and to swallow and to shrink and to disappear. And Dr. F told me, no, try this, and try asking, can I talk to you about how I feel? And if the other person, usually my dad, doesn't want to listen, then I walk away. and I don't mutter nasty things under my breath as I walk away. That's something I gotta work on in myself, is the passive aggressiveness. But I also need to work on asserting myself. And that's terrifying because I grew up being punished for asserting myself. So that's hard and it's scary. And I have to work on that. I have to work on that. And it scares me. But if I don't do it, I'm going to spend the rest of my life afraid to tell people how I feel, in an adult fashion. Now, Dr. F didn't tell me that I'm childish, but the way I can express my feelings can come across very childish, but so can my dad. And so, if I can learn to do this, to react to my emotions like an adult, even if I have to walk away to collect myself and then try to go back and talk about it, she said you'll have one up on him because you'll be doing something that he's never done for you. And it'll make you a better person. So in a way, it still feels like I'm the one that still has to swallow something, but it's more like I'm swallowing it and turning it into something better. And then when I cough it up, it's not freaking fire. It might be like a crystal or something. Although technically that would hurt to cough up a crystal or something, but just imagine coughing up something pretty instead of nasty phlegm. If that's even possible. That's a terrible analogy. But it's work that I have to do. And to do that, I have to be aware of, my emotions. And the thing is with my emotions is I can go from 0 to 350 bazillion degrees in like a snap of a finger. And so I have to be aware of when I'm starting to get to that point to where I'm going to shoot off like a firework. And that can be hard. But I need to work on that. And 99% of the time, I know what's happening, but I don't know what to do. So Dr. F said, well, walk away. Because, and here's the thing she said that was really important is, your dad and your sister, they're my dad and my sister, they're going to shame me no matter what. So I can't control their reaction. And if anything I do is going to make them shame me, then at least they can be doing it for something that I'm doing that's helping me instead of just being counterproductive and screaming. But it's hard. And I'm kind of an emotional wreck. I don't know if it's broadcasting properly, but I feel very aloof and kind of disconnected right now, but like inside there's lots of things happening. And I apologize for the shakiness. My iPad's balanced on 2 pillows. Anyway, but that's the work I have to do, is to look at myself and try to be better than the people that are treating me not so good, So that's another piece that I'm examining, and I've not put the puzzle back together yet, but I'm looking at the pieces and they're starting to make some sense, and that's a good thing, right? So this smile is real. I'm actually happy and kind of proud because, I know my friend Donnie is also in counseling. So, Donnie, I love you. I hope your counseling's going good. And mine's going okay. So, I had a video session, which was interesting, and it was nice. And it was nice to see her face. So, she got to see me in my space stimming and all that stuff, doing all my rocking back and forth. And she asked about my Doctor Who poster and my Godzilla poster. And anyway, this video's getting too long. But I just gotta work on my... Excuse me. I just had dinner. I gotta work on myself. So, I'm gonna be doing that. Bye, I love you.